What a glorious, internationally star-studded evening of comedy. You've had British and Canadians, and now the American. Now the token American here, fella. It's like a UN Council of Comedy for you, isn't it? Can you tell the difference between the Canadian and the American? Yes. Yeah. Aside from the lack of guns. People ask me all the time now, so Rich, does everyone in America own an assault rifle? Is it mandatory? No. Then why? I don't know. Because Americans have guns. Well, why can't they get rid of them? Well, that'd be like trying to stop obesity by getting rid of spoons, all right? Not gonna happen, because Americans have guns, and we're not getting rid of them. Because there's always some guy in a camouflage outfit with an AR-15 going, the Second Amendment says I have the right to carry. That was written 220 years ago, you prick. I don't think they foresaw you were going to own an AR-15 with a laser sight on the top and a 200 magazine clip. I think they were thinking of muskets. That's why they pulled a quill out of a duck's back and dipped it in ink and wrote it into law. I was reading a cover of a magazine in America, because you have all these gun magazines, and there's one called Guns and Ammo. This is the headline of the article. I didn't even read the article. This is just the headline. Which is better for capturing a mallard, Kalashnikov or Browning? How about a piece of bread? The state of Iowa has just passed a law. It's now okay to get a hunting license in Iowa if you're blind. If you're blind. I'm pretty sure that bill was introduced by deer and pheasants. So the government, they have every opportunity to pass a gun law, but they never do. They never do. Well, it's going to happen again. Don't worry. Well, what if it happens? It's going to happen. Well, we need to pass a law. Nope. We're not going to pass a law because of the National Rifle Association. That's the gun lobby. And they just say, well, it's not our problem. People go a bit nutty. You can't regulate nutty. Well, what about if some guy gets tooled up because he just watched a Batman film, and then he goes off to a cinema and shoots other people dressed as Batman characters? You don't think that has something to do with violence on television? No. People know the difference between what they see on television and real life. Oh, yeah? Then how come there's advertising? You people will go out and buy insurance because a meerkat told you to do it. And you're pretty normal people. Americans get a bit tooled up. Then they go out and imitate other behavior, and then, well, there it is. It happened again, right? So the NRA has an answer. Someone says, just asks them point blank all the time. So, what are you going to do about shootings in schools? This is the NRA's actual answer. This is their solution. Well, let's arm the teachers. Yeah, that makes sense. Most of us know teachers who can't even pass by a whiteboard without getting covered in ink. You're going to give them a gun? You'll be standing in the classroom going, what the hell am I supposed to do with this? Last week they gave me blunt scissors. This week they got a gun. Because there are teachers in this room, ladies and gentlemen, who know full well if you had a loaded pistol in the classroom, I'm not saying you'd fire it, but you'd probably wave it around a bit, wouldn't you? Timmy, I told you to sit down. I had horse meat in Montreal last month. See, this is something that Brits are kind of upset about, but not really. Because I had horse meat, and it was in Montreal, so it was prepared by French, and it was delicious. I didn't order it. Someone else ordered it, and I had a bite. And I thought, wow, horse meat tastes pretty good. But when it happens in Britain, it's like, hey, how could this possibly happen? What? They've been putting horse meat in our frozen lasagna? I'm shocked. Who's walking through the supermarket? Come here, fella. Hey, do you work here? What's your name, Alex? Alex, I'd like to treat myself to a sumptuous Italian meal. Can you help me? Certainly, sir. We sell a pasta making machine here at the supermarket. You can make your own pasta. And we have rows of fresh vegetables and cheeses and spices and... Right. I forgot to mention I have no domestic skills or self-respect. Oh. Well, we have a takeaway counter there that makes a fresh lasagna bolognese. That was made today. You can just take that home and heat that up in your oven for 30 minutes. That would involve a certain amount of time, wouldn't it there, Alex? What do you have that comes in a box? It's just a big coagulated mass of animal and vegetable decay. It's just kind of been wedged into a plastic hospital bedpan that I can just shove into a microwave and twirl it around and watch it as it comes around, and every time it does, give a big screw you to my mother and her mother and anyone who ever spent countless hours in the kitchen making tasty, palatable meals. What do you have for less than £1 that I can parade through the supermarket so everyone can see what a loser I am with my meal for one and a serving suggestion on the front I don't even intend to live up to? I just want to stand in my own kitchen in my underpants eating something unidentifiable out of a Frisbee with a shoehorn for a spoon. I just want to shove it into an irradiated box and stare through the window like some warden on death row who's just strapped his own dignity into the electric chair and then fried it at 50,000 watts. You got anything like that? But I don't want any horse meat in it. Last standard. We found horse meat in the meatballs at IKEA. Christ, you can't even take your goddamn family out to a furniture store for a decent meal anymore? What the hell is going on? Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you again.